Okay, everybody. Excuse me, I'm still fighting. Hope I'll be able to get through today. I'm still fighting this pollen. Let me get some water. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. This pollen has really getting the best of me. So I'm gonna try to make it through tonight. It's not gonna be that long. I messed around and mowed the grass at my house on Friday and blew pollen all in my nose and everywhere, and I've been struggling ever since Friday. But I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Um, I want to let everybody know in the next couple of months we're gonna have the ice cream parlor business coming out. I'm looking forward to getting that released. I'm seeing some people starting to post stuff about the ice cream, so I can't wait to get that out there. Also, I'm gonna be updating the appliance boot camp online. I got videos that I've recorded throughout the COVID pandemic, and I'm gonna be upgrading those and sending those out and putting those out in the next couple in May and June also. Also, we're gonna start back the hands-on event in June. I'm not doing any in May. We're gonna start those back in June, and the price, man, the price is gonna go up a little bit because we've added so much. I got the new ice cream parlor coming in, so you're gonna be getting the ice cream parlor business. Also, we got 3 days of the hands-on business. And now that we're past COVID, everybody who did won't working look like they came up better than the people who were working during COVID. So there's a lot of money out there now. People not going back to work. Uh, One of the restaurants I went to, they had a line wrapped all around it. They said they couldn't get anybody to go to work. So I'll take my prices back up now. It seems like nobody's coming back to work. I'm going to take my prices back where they need to be at. So the hands-on live event is going to go back up in July. So if you want to get the hands-on live event, I suggest you buy it before July because in July we'll go back up on the prices. The online version will stay the same. Just the hands-on live event is going to go back up. Tonight we're going to be talking about, and like I say, because of the pollen here in North Carolina is really getting the best of me. Uh, Tonight we're going to be talking about how to clone yourself because of the pollen, uh, and because I was dead tired. So people try to call me on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I just took some time off, so I didn't answer the phones or anything. I went on a little small sabbatical, but because I've been able to clone myself, I've been able to do that, where I can actually step away from my businesses for a while and nothing goes wrong. But while I was on my little sabbatical, a lot of my friends and family, when I saw them, what the main question that everybody was asking me, are y'all closed? Or why you not working? And and they didn't realize that my business, I don't have to actually work in my business. I actually own the business. And a lot of times when people go into business, they go in mainly as self-employed. So as you guys are actually going into the appliance repair business, and you're out there doing the service calls, you're scheduling, you're doing everything, you really don't have a business quite yet. You're self-employed, you have a job, but that job pays you over $85 an hour. It's a high paying job. It's just like you've been a surgeon, just like you've been a doctor. So it's a job that pays you very, very well, but you're still not really a business owner. A business owner is when you can step away from your business or step away from your company for I say at least 2 to 3 weeks, and everything keeps running perfectly, and you keep making money. And that's the place where a lot of you all are heading with Appliance Bootcamp, and that's the place that you're going to want to get to. And if you don't get there through appliance repair, I got other businesses that you can get there through. The ice cream parlor. The ice cream parlor, I don't have to get out there and scoop in the ice cream. From time to time, if somebody's leaving a little early, especially now doing while the school is still in session with the kids, I'll step in the middle of the day and maybe cover for an hour or two. And I like to get in there so I can actually kind of see a feel of the customers that's coming in. And I'm always surprised when I come back and step in there and stay for an hour or two to see the growth that that little ice cream parlor has with people coming in, the customers coming in, actually talking to some of the customers. Um, it always surprises me. It's good to step in there from time to time. Um, but I didn't build that ice cream parlor based upon me actually working in there. And I was talking to some friends this weekend. They're talking about starting businesses, and they work full time jobs. And their thing was they're going to go back to take a class. Like one person wanted to go take a class on how to put these. I guess they call these fake eyelashes on them and stuff. And they wanted to go and start doing that as a small business. And right now they don't have any time to do anything now because of their job schedule and stuff. And I'm asking, how you gonna have time to go take a class and then be able to go put the eyelashes on people? Because they're thinking they got to do everything. Um, Same thing. I have some friends that come up Sunday to the ice cream parlor, and they're wondering where I was at. They were like, "Why you weren't working?" I was like, I, "I own the ice cream parlor. I don't work in the ice cream parlor," and I couldn't get them to realize that uh, I'm not supposed to be in there scooping ice cream. And they're thinking, "Oh well, it's cheaper for you to sit in there and scoop ice cream versus paying somebody else to do it." I was like, no. I was like, I don't want to be in there scooping ice cream. I would much rather pay an extra $100 or $160 right now because I have to have two people covering on a shift for those two people to be there scooping ice cream, and I make me $300 or $400 without being there, and I'm able to move on and do other things. And what really hit hard today, I had this conversation with some of my classmates. I saw one of my classmates like he had a brain aneurysm, and he had to have brain surgery, and he's pretty much out of it. He's here now, but he's just a shell of the person he used to be. He's not able to remember much, and he's learning how to walk and talk and all that stuff over again. And unfortunately, now his family is actually trying to put together a GoFundMe to raise money to actually support their family and support him and his medical bills. And this is and I had decided to do this topic before I even found that out. I just found that out maybe an hour before I came on live. And it's funny how the stuff that I talk about always be relevant when I do my live, come on live. But he's there now, and I don't think he'll ever be in a position. Matter of fact, I hope he gets better, but it doesn't look like he'll ever be in a position to ever correct it and build something that gives him passive income. And that's where you have to be going as entrepreneurs and business owners. You got to get to a point where you're building passive income. You only got two arms and two legs. So you're gonna get to a point where you're gonna max your capacity, and you're not gonna be able to output any more product production. You're gonna max out what you can do. I can't do but 5 calls a day right now, and 5 years from now, I probably won't be able to do but like three 3 calls per day. So my production, even though I'm better and I'm smarter at fixing stuff, I'm not physically capable of getting out there like I could in my 20s. So what you have to do, you have to clone yourself and take the knowledge and everything that you have and place it into somebody who got a strong young body. It's almost like that movie Get Out. When you start cloning yourself and hiring people and replacing yourself, like that movie Get Out, you go out and you find a young guy with a strong back that you can put out there, and you take all your knowledge and stuff inside your head and you put it inside him or her. Like I said, excuse me with this pollen, and you send them out there to now go out and make money for you. And what happens then? You get to a point where you can duplicate yourself and triple yourself. So now, instead of me being able to do only my little 5 stops per day, I can go out here and do 15. I can have 3 people going out here running 5 stops a day, and I no longer have to go out there and do the work. If I become disabled, now, it won't hurt me or my family because my business operate without me being there. I don't have to come in. I don't have to do any of this. My business will still operate, and I'll still get my money. They'll still get paid, and they won't know. Like like I said, whatchamacall, I took this weekend and stuff off. They didn't know where I was at. They just knew I wasn't there, and everything operates the same. And the reason how I was able to actually get to a point where I knew how to duplicate myself and to clone myself. It's funny how all this stuff I've done in my past life added up to get to me where I'm at right now. But after I graduated from college, I was an engineer. I was what they call a test engineer in automation, where whenever we built products, I had to test the products. I had to create tests to make sure that whatever we built operated the way they said it was going to operate. And I would make it do all the things it's supposed to do and see if I could break it before we shipped it to the customer. So in doing that, it would start off. I would manually have to. Hold on a second. I got somebody coming in. Hold on. Hey, hold on. No, I'm setting right there. No problem. Well, I'm not talking to myself. I'm doing my little live, man. So don't think I'm crazy. So what I would have to do, I would have to manually go in and actually do all the tests myself, starting off. And in me doing that, I had to actually write out every step that I was doing. Let me lock this door. Okay, I'm back. So I would have to write out every step I was doing, and then I would give that to an actual technician, and the technician then would sit down, and we had another person outside of me that would actually do exactly what I was doing. I had to write it out. In the process of them doing that, the next step I had to do, I had to go out and write code. At that time, I started off writing in Unix with the C++, and last time I finished, I was writing code in Visual Basic. And this Visual Basic, I could simulate the keystrokes of somebody sitting in front of the computer. So I would write the Visual Basic code, and then after that, I would remove the technician. They'd get rid of the technician. Now I just have the computer doing everything that they were doing and that I used to do. And that's how I automated all my test programs. Well, taking that knowledge of writing those test programs and those test procedures, and I actually now apply that to not get into a business. So now, if you notice, if you've taken the course, all of my stuff is pretty much automated. The phone calls, the going online scheduling, all that stuff is pretty much automated. I got my stuff pretty much automated. That comes from me being the test engineer those years and automating stuff. When I look at that, I do that the same way when I'm going to start my businesses. Like I'm going to take the ice cream parlor because now I'm in the process of having that pretty much automated where I don't have to do anything but look at the cash draw. That's all I'm looking to see how much cash they're bringing in and making sure that the cash that is supposed to be in the cash draw matches what the computer says is supposed to be in there. So that's all I'm monitoring now. And so to do that, I have to treat it just like I did when I was writing those test programs. On those test programs, you do not want to sit there and be over top of those technicians. When I was doing when I was doing an engineering, you did not want to sit there beside them the whole day and let them run your tests because they would constantly lean on you all the time, and then they would never actually learn, and you could never find the broken parts in your program. So what I would do, I would let them run it, and I'll be in my office away from the floor and stuff and all that, so they couldn't see me. They didn't know if I was actually in the building or not. And that way, only time they call me if something serious happened that they couldn't get through, and that's when I wanted to come in, and then I could actually figure out what happened, write the code or alter my instructions to fix it if it ever pops up again, and then they off and running again. With the same thing, if you're going to be training subs and you're going to be training employees, you do not want to be riding with them every day in that truck, side by side with you. You got to get them out on their own as quick as possible. Because what's going to happen, it's too easy for you to just do the work because you rushing, just ready to go. You don't have time to really teach. I'm going to just do this so we can get to the next call. That'll happen if that technician is sitting in that truck with you all the time and you the owner. You're not going to go through the process and let it play out to find out the holes that you have in your processes and systems to actually get them to where they're not dependent on you anymore, where they actually have to think and do it for themselves. So whenever I had a tech, I do them the same way I do you all. Tell them I give them the basics and tell them to go out there. And I said, once you get out there, if you get in trouble, give me a call. Don't call me for every little thing. Just call me when you're in major problems. And I have to give them I have to tell them to get their confidence up and say, look, the appliance is already broke. You can't break it anymore. Just go out there. If you get really stuck and you can't figure it out, give me a call. Most of the time, before the technician went out there, I have read the work orders. So I have a basic idea of what's going on. Like, for instance, I had a sub one time. Every time he went out, if it had a bad bake element, he will order the bake element and the control board or the control clock. And the reason he was doing that, he didn't know how to verify if the control clock and stuff still work. He didn't know how to diagnose from the board. So with the third party warranty company, it wasn't no big deal to order a control board and the bake element because they're sending us the parts. But when I started trying to switch him over to COD, he wanted to do the same thing. He wanted to order both parts, so that way he figured he got it covered. If it's the bake element or whatever, he could do. He's covered with no matter what. Now I had to break him from that because now it's cutting into my profit. If I have to put a bake element, if I order a control board when it's just a bake element, Now it's cutting into my profit, or we're overcharging the customer when we didn't have to. So I can look at that and I see he's ordering both of them. The first time, okay, first 1 or 2 times, I said, okay, maybe it's shorted out and shorted when the bake element blew, it shorted out the control clock. But then I start seeing it happen every time. I know then he's not diagnosing. He's going in just looking to see if the bake element's bad, if it's burnt or bad, he's ordering both of them. So those are things that you do as a business owner. You set and you look at stuff like that, and then you correct those problems and move on. You don't want to be sitting in that truck with them. You want to be able to look at that stuff and see. It gives you a overview of what your whole company is doing when you back away from it and you got those subs out there. You can sit here. I can sit right here and read those invoices and I can tell exactly what they're doing. I can tell exactly what they're doing. I love Workiz now because Workiz I can see exactly where they at when they reach the customer house and all that. I can see them at the customer house, and I love Workiz for that. So I can sit here and monitor my whole business throughout the day and don't have to go anywhere. I can look and see where they're at, and I know where they got to go, and I can reach out. I say they're gonna be running a little bit late. I can reach out to that customer and let them know, hey, they said they're gonna be there at 11. It's gonna be about 11:30. They're running a little bit late on the call in front of me, and I can head off a lot of the phone calls that I used to receive from the customers. But that's what you got to do once you start cloning yourself. You got to get out of going out there doing the work. And the best way to do that is to not to be available, meaning I'm not going to be in the store. I'm not going to come in here and sit in the ice cream parlor store because if I'm sitting here, they'll ask me all the questions and they won't go to their handbook or the service manual and figure out how to do anything. They ask me all the questions. So I don't want to be in the store for that. Also, if I'm going to meet a sub during the days that I'm not doing anything, I don't put on my service uniform because I'm gonna go there dressed where I can't do any work. So when I show up, they know I'm not dressed to do any work. And I always tell them, I'm on the way to a meeting, so I'm stopping in here real quick. So now they don't even expect you to do any work. If you go there dressed to do some work, they're going to be there with you doing some. You're going to be there doing some work, and then the next thing you know, you're going to end up telling them, "Move on to your next stop. I'll finish this one up." I've done that many times. No, now when I show up to a customer house that they help a tech out, I'm coming there not dressed to do any work. I'm coming there to give some quick instructions, to interact with the customer real quick, and then I'm moving out. I'm not going to sit around in there working all day. And this is the stuff that you have to do to train yourself and to train your staff that you're not there to do any work. You're actually paying them to do the work, so you're not going to be there doing the work for them. And that's where I'm giving you all my blueprint so you all can actually do this. With the appliance repair, you get all the blueprints on how to actually start your own appliance repair business, how to hire subs. So you able to step in where I'm at and have subs and get out the rat race. Same thing with the ice cream parlor. I'm not writing this ice cream parlor for you to be there scooping ice cream all day. I'm writing it for this to be like a retirement plan for you all, where you get it up and running, and you got high school kids and stuff in there running the ice cream parlor, or you can have like a manager in there right running the ice cream parlor, and you're out creating other passive income for you, because we're not going to have no government pension or no railroad pension or nothing to support us in our later years. Only thing that's going to support you in your later years is what you put together now. I'm 48 years old. I'll be 50 in a couple of years, and with that, I know that I'm not going to be able to go out here and do all this work. I got to get it to the point where I can step away, and that if something was to happen between where I got sick or I became disabled, Lord knows I hope I never become disabled like my friend did. If I became disabled, that my family would still be able to keep the same lifestyle that we have. Also, I don't want to become a burden on my family in later years. I want to be able to support myself and my wife without my kids and them having to actually step in to make ends meet. Another thing that you're learning when you buy the appliance boot camp, you learn how to properly acquire your assets. Um, that's a major thing. The way you acquire your assets later on in life can either can really hurt you. If you acquire all your assets and your name and your personal name and stuff later on in life, if you God forbid if you ever need any help, like if you had to go on dialysis or if you had to get some help from the state, they're gonna make you get rid of all the assets that you have. But if you purchase the assets like I'm telling you to in LLCs and stuff, that you don't own anything. You don't own anything, but you control everything. So you don't have to worry about having to shuffle around assets and stuff in your later years. And so that's pretty much what we're talking about tonight. um, Self-employment versus business owner. Everybody pretty much start off self-employed. The first business you do is going to be pretty much self-employed. You're going to be doing everything, but as quick as possible, you need to transition over into business owner. You transition over into the business owner part, and you can still work in your business, but you're gonna get to a point where you can't do everything in your business. You don't necessarily have to hire people, but you can build a team outside of your business. I don't do my web pages and all that stuff and my SEO. I have a company that does that, but that's just like me having somebody inside that we're doing it. I pay that company to do it. Same thing. I don't do my bookkeeping and stuff anymore. I have an accountant, but that's just like me having an accountant in house. I pay them to do that. I have subs, so I don't have actual employees, but I got subs I take them to. Same thing with the ice cream parlor. I'm not going to be in there scooping ice cream, making ice cream all day. I have people I have trained to do it, and they do it, and I come in periodically and I sample the ice cream and make sure that everything is okay. I check the ingredients and make sure that we have all the ingredients that we need to make everything the way we should, so they won't be skimping that way. And I just look at the process. Like now, we got more people coming in, and I noticed that our gloves are running out faster. And it didn't dawn on me. Okay, it started off. We just had one person per shift, so that's two people per day coming in and using gloves. But now we got two people per shift, and a third person to come in at night to help to clean up. So now we got five people every day using gloves. So now, yeah, the gloves can go a lot quicker. I actually ended up having to get some gloves ran out here Sunday because I won't thinking like that. So now I realize, okay, I gotta make sure I got to order a bigger supply of gloves during our busy time because now I got triple the amount of people using them. So that's the stuff you need to see when you're not away. See those things so you can actually write. I can put that into the module for you all to learn how to start your business, and for me to put it into my processes and procedures. So next time when we get to our ice cream season, I know I need to stock up on gloves during that time. I know also I need to buy some products, have some lead time to buy some products that are they're high sellers. Like right now, our butter pecan is a big seller, but it's a big seller not only for me but for all ice cream parlors. So now the pecans and all that stuff are going up, and it's harder to find because everybody's using them. and so my butterscotch and stuff that I use in it, I'm having to wait to get it because now everybody wants it. So I know now, leading up to these busy times, those good sellers, I need to go ahead and start pre-stocking them. So that's the stuff you need to learn as the business owner. And sometimes if you're in there doing, if I was in there making ice cream, doing everything, I wouldn't be able to see that like that. I wouldn't be able I wouldn't be able to make the adjustments and to be able to. I had to go to Greensboro. I had to get in the car and drive to Greensboro to get some butterscotch so we can have ice cream. Because I'm not in there making the ice cream, I know okay I need to go to Greensboro, so I get in the car, drive to Greensboro, go get it, and I know now to lead out and do it. But that's the stuff I'm talking about when you leave from being an actual self-employed person to being a business owner. You can now fix the business and work on the business, and you'll get a lot more enjoyment out of the business when you're able to sit back and not be so worked. I saw a good friend of mine. They have an excellent restaurant, and my daughter actually had her graduation party there this past weekend. And a good friend of mine, she owns it, and excellent restaurant. But I saw her in there working, and and she was just about everywhere. And that they were one of the people asked me too. You closed today on my ice cream parlor. She didn't ask me, but a lot of the people there asked me, the ice cream parlor closed today. You're not here. You're not there working. I was like, I don't work in the ice cream parlor. And I saw her there working, and she was doing everything, filling in, making sure everything goes. Instead, a lot of times I would like to see the actual owner step back and actually be more interactive with the customers coming in. Like when I come to the ice cream parlor, I have a little place I sit. I like to sit out front or someplace and talk to the people and interact with the customers. Not so much of me actually out there serving them. I want to interact with them and talk and be more of the face of it than actually doing the work. I would love to see her actually do that because if she gets in there and she's running around trying to keep almost like she's the glue keeping everything going, it won't be long before you be burned out. Especially if she got two locations, it's hard to do that and keep your sanity. You gotta be able to step back, go in, interact with the customers and stuff, step away, go somewhere else, let the business run for several hours, and then step back in, interact with the customers, leave, let the business run. So that's where you want to get your business. Same thing with your appliance repair business. It's hard to be out there doing all the work and everything all the time. Now, if you want to stay small and do that, you can, but you're going to have to take your money and go put it someplace else and let your money start working for you. Don't get caught out here thinking you're going to run service calls till you're 65, 70. You got to be taking that money you make it from appliance repair, and you got to be investing it in something that's going to produce you passive income. Because you're going to need something to step up in your later years. You're not going to be able to do as many service calls. You're not going to want to do as many service calls, and you want it to actually supplement that. When your service calls start to drop off, you can't do as many. Your other investments that you built up, they'll step up and they'll take the slack. And you keep doing that to get to a point where you don't have to do any more service calls if you don't want to, because your other passive investments are actually running for you. And that's the way you have to do it. Because you're gonna get to a point where your body's just gonna give out, and you're not gonna be able to do it as much. And you don't want to be to the point where you just constantly you work yourself to death and never get a chance to really enjoy the fruits of your labor. And so that's where you got to go. You got to get to a point where you actually are the business owner. Don't necessarily have to be in the appliance repair, but you got to get something where you get passive income, so that in your later years you will be okay. Or if something was to happen to you, and you got sick or ill, your family would still be able to survive. A lot of people say they got life insurance, or they life insurance. If you die, that's one thing. Your family good, but if something happened and you got to have 24-hour care and with your family, that could be another burden. For them to have to pay somebody to come out there. to actually watch you. Or I think long-term disability might be 80%. I don't know, maybe they give you 80% of what you earn or something. But I much rather build a passive income and have my other investments take care of me and still be able to live the lifestyle that I currently live. I've been very blessed, and I ain't gonna quite. I guess it is lucky, but I still had to put the work in. But I've been fortunate. I'll say that I've been very fortunate where I met some great people early on in my life that actually gave me this type of advice and told me the way to go. So far, what they told me worked. One of the best things that Abdul told me when you go in and you buy a property in a distressed area, never buy one piece of property. I know he told me that many times. He says like playing Monopoly. You don't go in and just you don't make no money by just trying to buy boardwalk. You gotta have boardwalk, park place. You gotta have the whole section of those blues. You gotta have those. You gotta have all of the Gardens and that whole corner. You gotta have. Same thing when you're going out buying this property in distressed areas. You gotta buy more than one because if you just have one, you can't make enough impact to bring other people down and to change the area. If you buy more than one building and you renovate those two buildings, now people get excited and they want to come. Um, uh, let's see. Today I showed. I haven't. We haven't even started. We just got the blueprints on these two buildings we got down here. I done showed it twice. One person wanted to sign a lease, and I was like, I can't sign a lease now. But yeah, like we got people saying they want to come to Selma of all places now. Everybody saying they want to get down here. They look at it as being the hot place to be, and I credit that to us business owners coming out here renovating and turning the place up. Now this is the place everybody wants to be at. So I'm so happy that I listened to Abdul about that. I'm so happy I listened to people about creating the passive income to the point where I haven't. I hope I never got sick, but if I did, I'm able to. My family able to operate and be okay. Like I said, I was in a car accident probably about 10 years ago now, and I was out for about 5 or 6 months, and it never I actually got more money because I went in the way, and I was looking at my money a lot. I was really looking at it every day because I was in the bed for that time, and I actually made more money during that time than I probably other than the pandemic. That was probably most money I ever made. Uh, just letting the business run on its own. All right, I'm gonna read some of the stuff we got going on in the chat, and then I'm gonna get out of here. As you hear, this pollen has really got me going. And if you want to call in, you're more than welcome to call in. That's the link to get in. All right. What's up, Grandmaster Mike and ABC fam? Shimano Farm. Okay. Sean C. What's up? What's up, Mike? ABC fam. Hey, how you doing? Dale Scott. How you doing? What's up, Greg B? All right. BK from the Rockies. What's good? Because we don't read. What's going on? All right. Engineered appliance repair. How you doing? Tackle appliance repair. What's going on? Yeah, please hit the like button if you don't mind. I really would love that. Hey, what's going on? Naya Rada L. I know I'm messing that up. Salute $1 million Mike. I wish, Mr. Mechanical. All right, that's because we don't read. Marcus Ernst, what's up, Mike? Hey, how you doing? Oh, I ain't seen you in a while. Fabulous Life 50. Good evening. How you doing? What's up, my apps? Good to see you. Yeah, that's rough. What happened to him? Yeah. What's up, Kevin? All right. Pike Appliance Repair. This live ain't little. Yeah, it is. Comparably, it's still pretty small. But I will say, you all is making a huge impact. I look at the posts that come through Facebook, and I really love it. And I saw One Stop Mike out there doing some training. You all are just became have just became masters of this craft. It's just a short period of time. Y'all are here doing everything and constantly learning and becoming inspirations. I've had several people who came to the Appliance boot camp, and I asked them, "How do you hear about it?" One of the guys that was in your that came to your class, he came to my house and fixed something, and I wanted to do what he was doing, so he told me about the class, and I took it. That's the impact you all are having. Y'all going out to people's house fixing stuff, and people seeing it, and they're coming to the class. I've had people say, "Oh, last class, One Stop Mike." I don't even know if he knew it, but a guy, him and his, he was looking. Him and his wife were looking to start a business, and his wife knew somebody that knew One Stop Mike, and they told them about One Stop Mike, and from there they told him, say he went down to North Carolina and took this course, and they looked at One Stop Mike. They're in the same hometown as he is, and they said, man, I'm going to do what he done. He's doing great. So he came. So I thank all of y'all for going out there and giving us such a great light of what you all are doing. Hey, Mr. Mechanical, yeah, facts. Segaphonics, what's going on? Hey, how you doing, Donnie Man? Okay, BK from the Rockies. My mom ran into the same problem with her business long ago. When she showed up, the employees tried to leave work. Yeah, yeah, they do. They do. So, yeah, excuse me. Yeah, if you show up, they be trying to leave work early, or they'll put something off that they supposed to do on you. Yep, no doubt. Uh, Quasi Matthews, great info. Oh, no problem. Thanks. I wish my voice wasn't messed up. There's so much more I want to talk about. I have to do it another time because I feel like I'm going to cough every time. So I have to can't have to kind of hold it back a little bit. But I might have to come back on here and do it again to do it really some justice because believe it or not, uh, yeah, we got a lot of people from Philly in here. Um, let's see. Yeah, we got a lot of people from Philly. We got quite a few people from Philly. Somebody reach out to you. If not, go to the Facebook group and just put in Philly. We got quite a few people there. Um, but what I was going to say? Oh, yeah, cloning yourself to the point where that's the that's one of the hardest things you can do. Get to the point where you clone yourself. Because one of the things, the main thing everybody asks me they say all the time, I don't trust nobody with the money. And that's the part that I don't care much about because they got so many ways you can track the money where it's just too many ways to keep up with the money. That's the easy part, and that's the part that keep a lot of people from doing that. They be like, I got to be able to trust somebody on the cash register. Well, because you feel that way, your employees gonna you bring somebody in, they're gonna feel the same way. But you can look there's so many ways to monitor that money because one, we're gonna go to the ice cream parlor because that's a lot of cash coming through. You know, you might have $700 to $1,000 come through there on the weekend, cash, not including credit cards. So what happens? You start to draw off. So you want to start your draw off with $90. and I'm gonna start with $60 and five and $30 and ones. You don't want to start off with a lot of big bills and stuff going to happen. People know little small places like little ice cream parlors, little sandwich shops, and small little restaurants in small towns. That's where they pass a lot of fake bills. So what they do, they'll come in early on, and they'll say, "Let me get two things of ice cream. All I got is 100." And what'll happen? You'll take that bad 100 that they give you, and you'll cash out your register, and and now he got hold on. Now he got all the good dollars. You got the bad 100. You take the bad 100 to the bank to try to break it. The bank will look at it and they scan it and they say it's bad. So they keep your bad $100, and you don't have any money left. All your money is gone. And what happened? Excuse me. What happened? Like I said, they take the bad 100. You can't take the bad money and go to the strip club and give it to the strippers. You know, it used to be if somebody gave you a bad one, you go down to the to the strip club and you push it off down there, but you can't you can't do that now. They take it and you ain't got no money left, man. And they got all your good money. So what you do, you make sure the cash register is really low. So if somebody come in with something like that, you say, I don't have enough change, I can't break it. You don't want to break nothing bigger than 50. So you whatchamacall. You it keeps people from actually coming in busting counterfeit stuff. And most of the time, counterfeit they're gonna do big bills. They're not gonna do no five or no 10 because that's too many. They have to take and bust. What they gonna have a bunch of ones? They want to take 100 or 50 and bust it into and get good bills that way instead of have to go bust a five and get four ones. Take too long to get your money. Uh, so uh, so that's why you do it that way. Then on top of that, you the person who start the register, they have to they do a count and make sure there's 90 in there. And then as they ring up all the stuff, the register keeps account of what's supposed to be in there. Your square terminal keep account of what's supposed to be in there. And so at the switch of the shift, that person has to count and make sure that the money is there. Then the person who's coming behind them have to count and sign in and make sure it's there. And so they're going to get double checked that way. And then at the end of the night, the last person, they have to do a count, and then that's when I come in at the end of the night and I count over it too. And that's the other thing too. You want to make sure that you're counting your money every night. That they know that you're coming and you coming to pull that money off. So they know you coming at 9 o'clock to pull that money off. And you don't want to wait and pull it the next day and all that. Too much stuff can happen. So you come pull that money off. Um, Now, if you got a manager that's going to be doing that, the manager can do the count and they can take the money and go make the deposits the next day. If you're doing that, I look at the days of the week. Pretty much the days of the week after you went through a couple of cycles, you'll know about what you're supposed to be selling unless something changed. So if it's a nice pretty day in the 80s on a Wednesday, I know about what the sales going to be at from previous days like that. And if I'm way off, I got to see what happened. Why we way off? Why we not hitting our numbers? So you have to go there and see what's going on. So you start now, like I look at the sales, and I can tell what if something's going fishy, it ain't quite right. Now we get a lot of spikes. It's becoming end of the year. A lot of the school systems are doing teacher appreciation. So you coming in, and the school system is buying $200 worth of ice cream sandwiches. So you get all these crazy spikes coming in, where you look up one day, made 17, $1,800, and you wondering where it came from, and it's people coming in placing orders and stuff like that. So that kind of throws stuff off. But at the same time, I'm making mental notes. I'm saying that's where I need to go. I need to start going to the school systems, PTAs, and stuff like that, and not so much giving this stuff away anymore, but putting together a deal. Say, hey, I can get you for $200. I give everybody ice cream sandwiches out here, and bring them out there. And the schools that do that, the PTA are doing stuff like that. Preston Joyner say he like the butter pecan. Yeah, that's one of my favorites too. What's up, Picture Man 63? BK, when it excuse me, when it comes to being productive and hard work, the world, your world, can get really small. You find yourself with the same circle of friends out in the world grinding. Yeah, that's the truth. That is very true. Yep. Yeah, we got quite a few alumni in New York also. And yeah, House of Reddit. There are people doing good in New York City. Yeah, it is. People doing really good. Yeah, Greg B. You can't go watch the money at the local gentleman's club. All right, Mike Dapolo is taking over. Yeah, that pollen is rough down here. Okay, Mike had to go get a counterfeit money scanner for my wife's business. Folk trying to pass bad deals. Yeah, yeah. Normally, what happens? Um, uh, somebody they usually pass it, especially at the antique shops. They'll pass it there, and then they'll spread the word. So, oh, somebody in here, somebody in the town passing bad bills. So then the word kind of get out quick, and then they go on to another small town. But I believe it or not, I don't know if it's because I've done so much crazy stuff early on. If I'm there, I can halfway tell if somebody's there trying to pass a fake bill or something. I can halfway tell because they ask too many questions. They before they order, they ask me, all I got is 100. Is that okay? I'll get a couple of things from I'll get a couple of cups of ice cream. I'll be like, nah, you can go over there across the street to the grocery store. They'll break it. I can't break it. Or go to the bank and break it. But somebody who's legit, they always ask me. They say, you want me? They say, I got 100. You want cash or do you want me to pay with my credit card? And they always ask me, and there I can pretty much tell. Okay, this is a good one. Now I guess you could say I'm being I'm profiling, but I can just about tell if it's legit 100 or not. All right, a networking. Yeah, slick. Uh, and cloning yourself is very hard in the beginning, and that's what I wanted to get to. Yeah, I was talking about that, and I got off of it. That's the hardest thing in the world to do is to clone yourself. It's so hard to do that because you feel like you're giving away control, and everybody think nobody can do it better than them. I want it done right, so I'm gonna do it myself. That's what everybody says. They're so afraid to give away that control. And I'm telling you, once you get to a point where you trust your systems and you trust the processes, and you want that business to actually operate without you being there. Now, starting off, it for me when I do it, it might be different from other people. When I first start off, I'm not making as much money when I first start off than someone who's out there doing it themselves every day. I start off with having people, employees working it, and I happen to put a little bit of money behind it first starting off because it's not that much money. It's not generating as much money. They haven't really got its legs under it, so I got to kind of feed it a little bit. But in the long run, I'm able to scale up and be away from the business a lot faster than somebody who's there working it. Because the person who's there working it, they doing the day to day of it, and they ain't got no time afterwards to actually work on building the business up. They're too tired. They're doing it and just working it every day. They don't have time to actually to keep it to what you call to actually build that business up. Versus if I'm stepping away, I can look and see all the parts. I can adjust the schedules. There's so much stuff I can do when I'm away from it. That if I'm there running it day to day, if I'm there away from it, I don't make as much money at the beginning, but I'm able to scale up a lot quicker, and I'm able to be away from it, and the business get more mature faster than when I'm not there. Like now, I noticed when I came in, um, do I have to what you call? We got to actually uh, we were mopping uh, once a week. We got to start mopping 2 to 3 times a week because we got 4 or 5 times the customers coming in now. So we got to start doing that. And plus now we extended it with tables and stuff outside. We got to make sure we're cleaning those tables off too. All right. Read a couple more of these and I'm getting out of here. All right. Network HVAC AC. Keep it going, Chief. Thanks for everything you're doing. Oh, I appreciate it. Thanks. All right. Greg B. Mike, when your subs diagnose a job, do they call you for the price or do they have a blue book on hand? Yeah, we have online blue book. So let me see. I'm gonna see if I'll pull it up and show you real quick. Yeah, we have online blue book, so they have it on their cell phone. So they don't have to call me for no they don't have to call me for no price. Let me see if I can share this with you. No, that's not it. Let me see if what happened to my screen. I want to share that one. For some reason, it won't let me share the screen. Won't let me. Okay, I see that one. Kill that one. Kill that one. Kill that one. Oh, there we go. All right, I'll share the screen with you. Yeah. So what we have the online blue book. So it look like you see my little logo and all that stuff up there. And say like for instance, I do one call they had today. I saw it come up. They had a refrigerator and it was a whirlpool. So this is what they're doing on their phone. They got a whirlpool refrigerator. They had to clean the drain line and let's see, and I think they had a water valve. So they'll come here and they'll put clean clean drain, clean condenser and drain. And they'll add that. That's 219 to do that. And they had a double water valve. We add that. So it's 434. So that's what they're getting. They'll tell the customer that. So that's how they do it out in the field. So they don't have to call me for anything. Um, if they call on me, A lot of times, if the sub is calling you about pricing, you want to stop that. Also, I've had that happen with some subs when they come in to work for us because I use Blue Book. They looking at that and they like, man, that's $434 to actually do that repair. They tell the customer, let me call him and see if that's correct. And what they'll do, they'll call me. They say, the blue book, I want to make sure it's the right price. It says $434 and 35 cents. I was like, yeah, that's the correct price. So afterwards, I tell them, hey, whatever the blue book tells you, that's what you give. He said, I thought that was a little high. Don't do that, especially not in your customer, in front of the customer, because now the customer is starting to second guess the price. Why that is high, this and that. It's not. And I had to explain that to somebody earlier today that called and want to know if they at the customer house and they fix it in 15 minutes. Do they charge them the $250 for a completed call, or do they charge them a quarter of what would be 85? They want to know, do they charge? This is what they ask me. If they walked into the house and it took them 15 minutes to fix the problem, do they charge the customer, charge the third party warranty company $21.25? No, I told them you charge them $250. It's a completed call, but I was only there for 15 minutes. It don't matter. You're charging per completed call, and you're looking at the time that you're spent right there in front of the customer fixing the appliance. You're thinking like an employee. You got to think the time that you spent calling the customer, getting the model and serial number, the time you spent uh, going, doing your background, doing your actual pregame, the time you spent driving to the customer house, the time you're going to spend going back home and logging the call in, the time you're going to spend doing your paperwork. You got to now add in the gas that you spent going out there. You got to add the wear and tear of your vehicles. You got to get tires and get the oil change. The amount of money you spent to have a cell phone to be able to call them. You got to have health insurance. You got to have life insurance. You got to have your retirement. All that got to be put in there. So it ain't no $21. It ain't no. You're not there. But it's not the time that you're there. You got to put all of that into your cost for doing business. So it's not about hourly rate. No, so that's the stuff that I have to you have to educate sometimes your subs that and let them know that that's what whatever the blue book is, that's what you charge and don't call. DCNF, that's facts, Mike. I made the change so I can be more hands off. Yeah, that's it. You got to. All right. Yeah, online blue book is life. You don't want to be what's called. You don't want them. You don't want your subs calling you every 5 minutes because if they call you every 5 minutes, uh, uh, they're never going to be free enough to operate on their own. Most of my subs, um, I can go 6 months and don't see a sub. I don't went a couple of years and didn't see a sub. Where do you find your employees? You can find them pretty much anywhere. You can go. I suggest going to like the Jiffy Lube places where they change oil and let them change the oil and see their customer service skills and see if there's somebody that you could put out in front of somebody. Go to restaurants. I like Jiffy Lube because I know they're not afraid to get dirty and they know how to work with their hands. I like to go to restaurants, find a nice young man, a nice young lady who has the customer service skills that you like, and say, hey man, I need to put you in a vehicle and get them out there. It's easy to train people to fix appliances, but the soft skills a lot of time are the hardest to train. you got somebody who got good customer service skills, you can put them out there. It used to be this young guy used to work at the Bojangles over in Clayton, and I tried. Not he was a young guy right out of high school, and he was going to the community college. He ended up going into the military, but I tried and I tried and I tried. I tried so hard to get that guy to get him in one of my trucks. He had everything that you wanted in a nice young guy. If I could have got him in one of my trucks, man, uh, he would have made a lot of money. But I couldn't get him into the truck. He was going into community college, and then he ended up going into the military. But I went to Bojangles every day for about a year or two, begging him to get into let me give him a job in my truck, but I couldn't get him out of it. Okay, Marcus Harris, he got price listed square. Okay, there you go. Where you find the employees for the ice cream parlor? The ice cream parlor now is uh, are my customers. The young guys, the people who come into my employees now were my customers. It started off. Let me get some drink. Um, the first set of employees I had, I put a sign out, and the first ones to show up that was that I felt were good to go, I put them out. But now it just became my customers. I have several families who come to the ice cream parlor religiously, and every once or twice, maybe three times a week, the whole family come, and they spending money, and their son, their teenage son, was looking for his first job, and they asked me, "Are you going to hire anybody new this year?" And so he asked me, "I would love to work for you." But hell yeah, much money y'all spending in here? Come on. So I have him, and rest of it, the young guy who managed it for me, he built it. So he was one of the guys I'm working with. He built it, and now he managed it. My son working there. My daughter, she school ended in a week or two, so she'll be back in there working, and that's it. And the rest of the crew, the original ones I've had, they love it. The high school kids love it. Everybody gets along and they're great. Um, so yeah, it's easy to find people to work in the ice cream parlor because you get a bunch of high school kids looking for their first job, and they're very reliable. Believe it or not, they're more reliable than some of the adults. I found out with the high school kids, I can only get about 4 hours worth of work out of them. If they there longer than 4 hours, they start to play. And they get bored. So they get 4 hours, and those 4 hours, they gotta have something to be doing. It goes pretty quick now because now we got a steady flow of customers. So the 4 hours they don't have time to play. So they in there. They either do from 1 to 5 or from 5 to 9. So everybody they do 4 hours, and then they alternate who gets to work during the week and who works on the weekend. So uh, uh, somebody will get to work Thursday and Friday during the week, and then the other two or three will have to work that weekend. And then the next week, somebody that worked the weekend, they get to work Thursday, Friday. So we keep rotating, so everybody don't have to work the weekend. Some of them get to work the Thursday and Friday um, during the school year. Once the school is out, then I can alternate and just have they work maybe one weekend out the month. We got enough high school kids where they can work during the day and they just work one weekend out the month. And now that I have two older guys now working there, I'm now going to start going out and we're going to start doing festivals and weddings and stuff. So I'm going to get me a van, and I have once or twice a month. I have one of the older guys uh, take them and one or two others, and they'll go out to a wedding and they'll do ice cream there. They'll go out to festivals and they'll sell the popcorn there. So now we're gonna start going mobile, and that's the thing too. I'm gonna give you all how to do the mobile food business with the ice cream and the popcorn at the festivals and stuff. If you don't want to have a brick and mortar, you'll be able to go out there to those festivals and pop your popcorn or sell your ice cream and make your money there. If you don't want to do if you don't want to have a brick and mortar place, and that's something that's really good for your kids. You can find any local spot and set up at the you can set up at your local barber shop or any place where somebody got a little parking lot where they can come just put your set up your little tent and a little generator, and you can go out there and they can start making money, especially during the summertime, and not have to send them to McDonald's and Burger King and all that stuff. How long it take to train a sub? Not long, about a month. Think, about a month, they're good to go and making me money. Take me about a month. But they're making me money the first time they go out there. But about a month is they're good. About the same amount of time it take you to get comfortable going in front of the customer and having your confidence. But repairing appliances is not something you're going to learn and not have to keep training. You got to constantly be training yourself all the time. And it's a never ending training. So you never it's no destination. It's a journey. So you always gonna be training. Always gonna be training. Okay, Marcus Harris says 2 to 6 weeks training. I said, yeah, that's about it. Take me about somewhere right around 2 to 6 weeks, right around that month time frame to get one up and going. All right. I want to thank everybody for watching. If you hadn't already, if you want to get in, go to Appliance Bootcamp. If you want the online version, you can get it for $99 a month. Um, like I say, if you want to do the hands-on, we're going to start back in June. In July, the price is going back up for the hands-on event. If you want to talk more about it, if you're interested and you just want more information about Appliance Bootcamp, you can call me on Wednesdays between 1 and 4 at 919-373-5526. If you call Wednesday between 1 and 4, I can discuss it further to you about Appliance Bootcamp and what we have to offer. Once again, I want to thank everybody for watching. Sorry about my voice. I'm hoping this pollen stuff will be over with. And Thursday, I have my voice back. And like I said, thank everybody again for watching. And I'll see you all on Thursday. If you hadn't already, buy some of our popcorn. We can ship our popcorn anywhere in the United States, anywhere in the world. Buy some of our popcorn. We make it homemade right here in the ice cream parlor. And like I said, you buying the popcorn it helps me create jobs for the high school kids. Also help me keep creating jobs for you all too. Create business courses. Buy the popcorn, we'll ship it directly to you. And once again, thank you all for watching. And I'll talk to you all later. And those links are in the description. Thank you again. I'll talk to you all later.